I love accessories for all of my tech, especially for gaming. It not only lets me customize the look of my device, but also the experience of using it. And the same goes, of course, for my Nintendo Switch. Hey everyone, I'm Kat. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, thank you so much for joining. I know it's been a minute since my last video, and I feel like I say that every time I come on camera, but I appreciate all of you who have stuck around, and hey to all the new subscribers, how you doing? Here are my favorite accessories for the Nintendo Switch in 2020. So to start us off, it's nothing exciting but memory cards. The Nintendo Switch of course comes with 32 gigabytes of onboard memory, but that is not nearly enough for the long term. It's good to start you off with. I recommend at least a 64 to 128 gigabytes minimum. I personally have 128 in my Switch currently, and I am definitely looking to upgrade very soon to a 200 or 256 gigabytes. If you've watched at least one of my videos before, you know that any sounds that you're hearing in the background is my dog, because he likes to be around when I film these videos and usually chewing on some kind of toy. So I apologize for the background noise, but let's carry on. I personally use SanDisk cards. 128 gigabytes you can get very cheaply now for about 20 Canadian dollars, maybe even less when there's a sale. I've used them for my 3DS and my modded PS Vita. They're pretty reliable. I haven't had any issues with them so far, so they're the brand that I continue to use. But I'm sure any other brands out there would work just fine. Just be sure to get it from a reputable seller or a well-known brand if you're ordering it online, because unfortunately it's pretty common for there to be fakes of these cards where it might say it has 200 gigabytes, but when you plug it in to use it, there is only 8 gigabytes or something like that. The second accessory that I love using for the Nintendo Switch are grips. So this is just a very cheap generic grip that I got from Amazon, and I have a couple of these. This is one that I like a lot just because it's actually dockable. I play with my Nintendo Switch on portable mode most of the time. It's very, very rare that I dock it, so it's important that I have grips so that it's more comfortable for me to hold for a long gaming session. This is one of the ones, again, that I use a lot, as well as this one right here. It's just a different shape. It isn't dockable, but it feels very nice in the hands, and it works very well because it also fits in the cases that I use, which I like my cases to be slim. I don't own either of the well-known Satisfy or Skull & Co grips, and I have thought about ordering them before, but my only gripe with them is that they seem very hefty. And moving on to the next thing that I'm about to talk about are actually carrying cases. And the carrying cases that I like to use are the slim ones, like this one by TomTalk. It's their hard shell slim carrying case that is all over YouTube, I feel like. I saw this a lot when I just got my Switch, and I've got it and it's my favorite one. There's really not much to it when you look inside and open it up. There is room for 8 games, and it's a very soft kind of plush interior. But the thing is, you can't really fit much else in here aside from the Switch. So if I had a larger grip than this one, it definitely wouldn't fit in there. So this might be my favorite one still. It is one of the first cases that I use, and while I've tried out different cases in search of the perfect one for me, nothing has quite beat this one, although there is this one, which I believe is by PDP. I will have the information somewhere on the screen, I'm sure, but it's their deluxe travel pouch, and I like it a lot because it, again, is very slim. So if I take my Switch in here, that is literally all that you can fit in the case, and unlike the TomTalk, it doesn't actually have a slot for your games. It does have a front pouch if you wanted to throw your games in there, maybe in a case, or a little USB-C cord for charging on the go. What I love about it also is that it's very minimal. There is, of course, the Super Mario theme on it, which I do love, but at the same time, when I pull this out of my bag, it doesn't exactly scream video game item, which there is absolutely nothing wrong with that, of course, but it's all just preference. Most of my everyday carry items are very minimal, and that just goes very well with that, so I have been loving this case as well. Now, for the rare occasion that I do dock my Switch, mostly I do that for local multiplayer games such as Smash, Mario Kart, and Cuphead, just to name a few of my favorites. I love the Nintendo Pro controller for that. It is very comfortable. My favorite controller probably of all time at this time is the Xbox One controller, and it is very reminiscent of that. It feels a little slimmer in the hand, but it's very comfortable and I do enjoy using it. I like that it has all of the features like the rumble and the NFC. I also am looking into getting the 8BitDo Pro controllers. That is also, I'm sure if you watch any sort of YouTube video about the Switch, you probably have already seen, but for the price difference, at least here in Canada, I think it's about $15 or $20 at most. I would rather go with the official Nintendo product. Now, last but not the least, like I said in the beginning of the video, I love accessories for all my tech, especially so I can customize the look of my devices, and Joy-Cons are so perfect for that. The Nintendo Switch Joy-Cons might be one of my absolute favorite gaming accessories ever, just because there are so many color combination options that you can put together, but on top of that, there are also custom Joy-Cons. These are the pair that you might have seen in my last video. I've been really enjoying customizing Joy-Cons. I know I don't really need more than probably 2 pairs, but I like changing them around depending on my mood or even the game I'm playing. Realistically, it might be nice to have a spare pair around, especially if you have friends over, but you don't need more than that. You already kind of got a sneak peek of my other custom Joy-Con controllers earlier, and these are the Animal Crossing Pop-Tart style Joy-Con, and I love these so much. I think Joy-Cons are really cool to make the Switch your own. There's so many possibilities, there's so many shells out there and button colors, and you can just mix things around, and I just really enjoy that personally. And I guess I'm going to go ahead and mention as well that I love these thumb grips. They're little silicone thumbstick caps or grips that just go over your Joy-Con. I have thumbstick grips on all of my controllers. It's just, again, with a whole comfort thing, just because I love playing on handheld mode. It just helps making the gaming experience more comfortable. So if you're thinking about getting a Switch, or maybe you just got one, or you're just looking for ideas for accessories to use with your Switch, hopefully this list helped you out a little bit. Comment down below which of these were your favorite, or if you are using an accessory now that you absolutely love and you think I should try, let me know as well. I always love reading all of your comments. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.